Tom Miller is in the commentary box for you today as Hearts come to Ibrox. He'll be taking you through the next 90 minutes. Enjoy the game.
Well, welcome to Ibrox, and thanks to Alice and all the Rangers media team for some wonderful build-up to this match today where Hearts come calling. As I say, today's visitors, Hearts, may well have already won the title, but Rangers have ambitions to join them next season in Scotland's top flight. It will of course have to be achieved via the playoffs. Destiny is in Rangers' own hands, level on points with second-placed Hibs with 2 games less played. Momentum is the key, and Rangers have the wind in their sails right now. Meanwhile, after the pre-match acknowledgement of the Tynecastle club's champion status, there endeth the pleasantries, and the Light Blues must get down to business. The original match was snowed off after less than half an hour on the 16th of January, and wait for it, here we are already in early April, and Rangers ground staff were watering the pitch pre-match today. So what a difference 10 weeks can make. Stuart McCall has replaced Kenny McDowell in the Rangers dugout, and he has his charges organised, fit and hungry for success. It's a Sunday special on Rangers TV. It's Rangers versus Hearts. 2 changes in the Rangers side from last week's success against Cowdenbeath, and those changes see MOHSNI and Templeton drop to the bench. Their replacements are Zalewskis and Harris Vucic coming in to the starting 11. A 4-2-3-1 formation deployed today by Stuart McCall. Cammy Bell's in goal, a back 4 of Darren McGregor, Marius Zalewskis, Lee McCulloch and Lee Wallace. Ahead of them it's Andy Murdoch and Nicky Law. Then 3 supporting the main striker are Dean Shields on the right, Kenny Miller and Harris Vucic on left, Nicky Clark the main striker. On the bench for Rangers today, substitute keeper is Steve Simonson, Bilel MOHSNI, Robbie Crawford, David Templeton, Chris Boyd, Ian Black and young 18-year-old Ryan Hardy, who showed so much just last week. The teams are in the tunnel. Referee Bobby Madden has a word with Lee McCulloch about proceedings there. A smile on the skipper's face is good to see. And being candid, there are smiles all round Ibrox at the moment. I suspect from a player's perspective, it's a happy place to play your football at the moment. Danny Wilson is the skipper of Hearts, a well-known face around these parts, sold from Rangers to, of course, Liverpool. And Rangers will let Danny Wilson lead out his championship side to a guard of honour. Dignity, the Rangers way. May not be everyone's cup of tea to acknowledge Hearts' success, particularly as we go there and around the last game of the season. So Danny Wilson will lead his side out. We'll just refresh you with the teams very shortly indeed. Rangers line up the guard of honour. Hearts take to the field. A sizable travelling support from the capital today. Rangers traditional blue shirts, white shorts, red and black socks. Hearts in their maroon kit, white shorts, white socks, and as that flag reminds us, champions of the Championship 2014-2015. However, the Hearts fans making some noise at Ibrox, and the Rangers fans will try and continue with that and make their presence felt as well. So Hearts also 2 changes today. Nicholson comes in for King and McHattie comes in for Eckersley. They go Neil Alexander in goal, former Rangers keeper of course. A back four of Callum Patterson, Aleem Ozturk, Danny Wilson and Kevin McHattie. Ahead of them it's Margaro Gomes and Miguel Pallardo. Then it's Osman Sow, Jamie Walker and Sam Nicholson supporting the main striker, who is Gennaro Zifuk. So today's referee, Bobby Madden, gets the skippers together, get through the formalities. On the bench for Rangers today, I mentioned earlier, Simonson, Moshni, Crawford, Templeton, Boyd, Hardy and Black. For the Jambos they can call upon El Hassanui, King, Keatings, Anderson, Mackay and Jordan McGee. We're about to get underway. Thanks for joining us on Rangers TV. Rangers sitting tucked in handily. One goal separating Hibernian and Rangers from second place. Something from this game today would see Rangers go above Hibernian. Referee Bobby Madden was the man in the middle when the teams last met on the 16th of January. The match was slowed off in less than half an hour. And just looking at the sides from that day, only 5 survivors in the Rangers starting 11 from the team who played that night. We're underway at Ibrox. Rangers kicking off, attacking the goal to the Broomloan Road end of the stadium. Here's Wallace in a rich vein of form at the moment. All his forward ball is well picked off by a posse of Hearts midfield players. Determined play from Law, gets it back to Wallace. A bit tousy at the moment and tight in there. Played down the line by Miller for the movement of Wallace and just tipped out a play by Aleem Ozturk, coming across from the centre back role to double up in the right back area. Lee Wallace makes his 150th competitive appearance today for Rangers. Let's hope he has many more in years to come. Miller always on the move. Likewise Dean Shields. Rangers gain 6 or 7 yards down the line. Stuart McCall dispense with the shirt and tie in his working clothes. Back in turn for Law. Dean Shields to Darren McGregor. Such a fine goal last week to get Rangers nose in front for the second time. Takes a deflection. Rangers get the first corner of the afternoon. Determined play from the former Cowdenbeath and St Mirren man. It's going to be the first involvement of Haris Vučkić, the silky Slovenian, to take the corner. From right to left, in swinger expected. Nicky Law has been asked to mind the shot with instructions from Stuart McCall there. This is one from the training ground, the looks of things. Nicky Law's come forward, and it's a volley, and he works the goalkeeper. Well, Hearts not alert to that one. Nicky Law in search of his 11th goal of the season. Good strike on the ball, full volley, and Neil Alexander gets his body fully behind it. Good to see preparation almost paying off for Rangers. Well, Nicky Law, 10 goals for the season, was 27 just last Sunday. As Patterson gets ready to launch the throw-in, they're doing the bouncy behind him. Should be a Rangers ball. Indeed, that's the case. The last touch coming off the man-mountain striker Zifuk there. Being particularly cautious when the big lad gets on the ball. Previously with PSV and Groningen over in Holland. And Robbie Nielsen. Yeah, fantastic season for a man who just 2 seasons ago came here to play with East Fife and lost a goal in 30 seconds. How things change. Gomes comfortable in possession under pressure from Dean Shields. Back with Wilson, linked this week with a potential move to Celtic. Storming play from McGregor to keep the ball in Rangers' favour in a very high line, although given away. Patterson takes a touch. He can't keep that one in play. Robbie Nielsen not in a hurry to return the ball in Rangers' favour. Oh, good movement this time, Nicky Clark. Tracked all the way by Ozturk, and Rangers get the corner. Oh, in fact, it's a throw-in and taken quickly. Wallace is still in a very advanced area. Hearts still not cleared it. Nicky Law tries to escape the clutches of Sam Nicholson. Back in for Murdoch with the responsibility in his young shoulders of central midfield, protecting the back four. It's McCulloch for McGregor. Long searching delivery. No one gets involved, and Oyster comfortably gets it back to Alexander. And McHattie, his 10th start in the championship this season. Back in the side in place of Adam Eckersley, former Manchester United player, has been released this week from his contract, a one-year deal. So McHattie, clearly a vision of the future. Laid off Clark. Here's Murdoch. Just shows too much to Gomez, but it breaks kindly for McGregor. Dean Shields enjoying an extended run in the side. Gets it back in turn from skipper McCulloch. Shields signals his intent. Throw in Rangers. Shields again, enjoying this midfield role he's been given under Stuart McCall. Wallace, powering on. Back from Nicky Law, squeezed in for the movement of Kenny Miller, can't make it stick. Played long again by Law. Clark has to do some chasing. And just clips Danny Wilson there. Two former players with the boys club Muriston in Livingston. Teammates at that time, Nicky Clark and Danny Wilson. Free kick goes in favour of Hearts. You have to hand it to Hearts. 9 wins in a row coming into this one today, and only 4 defeats in all competitions. And if you're a betting man, today's odds 15-8 Rangers, 12-5 the draw, and outrageous favourites Hearts 11-8 to leave Govan today with all 3 points. It's Cammy Bell. It's capped, of course, by Craig Levine, now Director of Football at Hearts, during his tenure as Scotland manager. Goes back to 2010, of course. Murder dropping off to get involved. Fine delivery for Wallace. It's Nicky Law. And the forward ball, well defended by Patterson, but good pressure on the ball again from Shields. And Wallace just impeded there as he tries to go beyond Ozturk. Ozturk with a smile there at the Rangers vice-captain. Suggestions that he may have gone to ground slightly easily. Ali Ozturk gets the approval from referee Madden that there was no infringement. Let's just try and work it from back to front. And again, good pressure on the ball from Rangers, forcing the error. Neil Alexander, of course, joined Rangers in 2008 from Ipswich. Zeliukas back to McCulloch. Stuart McCall still tinkering with systems and personnel. I count he's stripped 25 players. Not all have been involved, like Fraser Aird, etc., who's spent some time on the bench, but not yet had game time under Stuart McCall. Back for Wallace, he's seen a lot of the ball so far. Swirls one in, looking for Clark. It's cleared only as far as Harris Vichkic. He just tries to cut inside and away from the backtracking Osman. So does so well. Harris Vichkic just looking for a bit of time on the ball there. Good awareness from Stockholm-born Osman So. Darren McGregor suggesting he's going to plant this one into the danger area. Clark may be the target. Fails to get anything on it. And just have to start it again. Shields wants someone to come short, a bit of a give and go. Here's Lee Wallace. Shields with one over the top. Clark gets a touch, but it's through harmlessly to Neil Alexander. And thanks for joining us on Rangers TV. Rangers played 29 games in the Championship, 55 points. Hibernian 31 games played, 55 points. Hearts already champions and at the moment on 81 points. Long ball looking for Clark. He may just have lost it in flight as the sun tries to come through over Ibrox. We're almost into spring. Again, Shields tight and making his presence felt on Pallardo. Likewise, Murdoch giving Hearts no time at all in possession. Clark chasing lost causes. And again does enough as the clearance from Wilson comes off Clark. Out for a Hearts throw. Nicky Clark, of course, his dad Sandy, a former Hearts manager. Shields again does so well. Nicky Clark just can't get the better of Wilson. But at the moment, Hearts struggling to get out their own half. Kenny Miller just slips at a crucial moment. Patterson now for Hearts, giving it away straight to Wallace. Holds off the challenge of Nicholson. Law comfortable in possession and having tested Neil Alexander so far. Wants to get forward. Haris Vucic over the top, just too long. So far, I think the Rangers fans are enjoying what they're seeing from the Light Blues. Oh, Gomez is giving it away. Here's Nicky Clark. He plays the slide ball for Kenny Miller and the flag goes against the Rangers hitman. Gomez with the apologies. Miller knows that he was playing the shoulder of the last defender. This must have been marginal. Well, the flag was in the air quick enough from assistant Alistair Ross. In fact, my apologies, it's the Govan stand side. It's Stuart McMillan, the flagman. Around 1,800 Hearts fans here today and making some noise. Goalless at the moment. 12 minutes under our belt. Wilson tracked by Miller. Stuart looks for Pallardo. Nicholson gets involved. Oh, a driving run here. Stays in his feet though. And the final effort blocked by some timely defending from Darren McGregor. But Osman So in full flight. Gets beyond Zalukis. Stays in his feet. Can't get his shot away. Sensational defending from Darren McGregor. Well, Osman So is a big sight when he's got a full head of steam. 6'4", driving deep into Rangers territory, forcing the corner. Now Rangers have to be organised. Nicholson, oh, it's clever, it's short, it's played in there, there's a shooting chance for Walker. Fine defensive job from Lee McCulloch. Walker was thinking about pulling a trigger, and it really was a timely block. As you see, another from the training ground. Walker released by Nicholson, stopped in his tracks by McCulloch. It's 0-0 at Ibrox. And remember, of course, the Rangers bandwagon rolls on to Dumfries on Thursday. 7:45 UK kickoff. Wherever you are in the world, join us on Rangers TV. Some running repairs for Osman So. McCulloch for Murdoch. Vucic operating right hand side. Shields out to Wallace, playing the game inside the opponent's half. The triangle is on for Rangers there as they keep the ball for fun. Law so influential, Shields involved as well. Now McCulloch. Resistance offered from Zifuk. Vucic round the corner. McGregor working through the gears. Wins the throw-in from Rangers. The two wing-backs again influential today, McGregor and Wallace, as they were against the other side of the capital just a couple of weeks ago. This time the last touch off McGregor. Hearts have the throw-in. Shirt-sleeve crowd at Ibrox. Four former Hearts players in the Rangers 18 today. It's a very late challenge indeed. Vucic goes to ground. Doesn't make a lot of it. We're back underway. Nicky Law. Back for Dean Shields. He's given that one away. Wallace comes back to the stay goal side. Nicholson. Gomez has to work it back to Ozturk. Now Patterson. Closed down by Nicky Law. And Ozturk has to work it back to Neil Alexander. Wilson. Too long for these strikers. Acknowledged by Jamie Walker, who's given the job of supporting Gennaro Zifuk today. Hearts quite happy to let Rangers have possession before putting any real pressure on the ball. Popped out of play by Danny Wilson. Darren McGregor does like to drive the ball, doesn't he? Rangers get the throw again. And Marius Zaliukas. 7 seasons at Hearts, of course. Out to Wallace. I think the Rangers' shape at the moment is certainly causing some concerns for Hearts. The movement of Law and Shields, just one sits, one goes in midfield, and Murdoch, the very disciplined role in front of the back four. McCulloch guns it long, looking for Miller, headed away Patterson. Now Sam Nicholson. Up to the main striker, Zifuk. Tries to flick it back into the path of Walker, but Rangers defending numbers. Lee Wallace clipped this time, says referee Madden. It was Miguel Pilardo just catching the Rangers wing back in full flight. Pilardo, vastly experienced player, 7 years at Valencia. One of the new faces by Robbie Nielsen. In the mix there, it might yet fall for Nicky Clark. Backheels it into the path of Wallace and turned behind for a Rangers corner. Osman Sow denying Nicky Clark the through ball for Lee Wallace. Invention again from Rangers. And now Harris Vucic back in the side today at the expense of former Heartsman David Templeton. Knocks it in, bit of a daisy cutter, scooped away by Patterson. And the final clearance into the sun's-kissed Govan stand for a throw into Rangers. I should say the Sandy Jardine stand, of course, and a a really excellent ceremony inside the marble staircase in the halls of Ibrox this morning, as a bronze bust of Sandy Jardine was unveiled by Sandy's wife Shona and the greatest ever Ranger John Gregg. Really moving tribute to a wonderful Ranger, and it's a ceremony you'll catch on Rangers TV. It really is not to be missed. 0-0 here at Ibrox. 20 minutes played. Rangers been forcing the game. One effort from Nicky Law, saved by Neil Alexander. The only thing of genuine note to talk about by way of genuine chances. There's Hearts that fly from distance, and it's not a bad effort either from Walker, who scored the last time the sides met at Tynecastle, given a half yard to cut inside away from Murdoch. Clean striker of the ball, Jamie Walker, and it just fizzes wrong side of Cammy Bell's upright. "17 years ago today, a certain Lorenzo Amoruso made his debut at Celtic Park." The score that day, do you remember? It was Celtic 1, Rangers 2. Again, good pressure on the ball from Vucic. McGregor, such a competitor. Up for Kenny Miller. Shields keeps it going, sweeps it into the path of Law. Look at the supporting run from Wallace. Corner Rangers. Well, Nicholson tracks the run of Lee Wallace all the way, but Rangers using the full width of Ibrox to carve open this Hearts side, who are very much on the back foot. Variation from the corners as well now. Vucic took the last one. Nicky Law fancies this one. Aerial route, popped in near post. Bit of a bagatelle in there. The corner saved by Alexander. See Murdoch just left to offer some defensive cover. Then he's a disciplined young player, still just 20 years of age. One goal came at Wraith Rovers. He's in possession again. Zaljukas picked up his 25th Lithuanian cap with that match against England at Wembley. Gets it back from the former Hibs man, Dean Shields. So 2 changes in the Rangers ranks today. MOHSNI and Templeton benched, and of course their replacements, this man, Marius Zaljukas, and Haris Vucic. 2 names that would make a wonderful hand at Scrabble. So Rangers have Bell and goal, McGregor, Zaljukas, McCulloch, Wallace, Shields, Murdoch, Law and Vucic, Miller and Clark. And the applause you hear as both sets of fans acknowledge a hero lost this week. Sean Cole, the cousin of former Rangers player Darren Cole, a serving soldier, was killed in Miami. 22 years young, a life lost so unnecessarily. Both sets of fans come together to acknowledge the passing of Sean Cole. Now here's Dean Shields. Walker back on, fresh from instruction from Robbie Nielsen. Law and Murdoch exchange passes with a slight aid from Zaljukas. A clever turn from Haris Vucic. Shields out to McGregor. Vucic goes across to give him some support there. McGregor does well and looks to dig out a delivery. He was tracked all the way by Osman So, pushed into the corner flag area and just couldn't wrap his foot around the ball to get it into the danger area. Darren McGregor, 28th championship starts. Only 1 less than Lee McCulloch. By far the most consistent selection from whoever has been in the Rangers dugout at the time, be it McCoist, McDowell or indeed McCall. Last touch off Patterson, Wallace with the throw. 0-0. Rangers entertaining Hearts today. Rangers looking to go clear in second place behind the Tynecastle outfit. Stuart McCall has already committed that if he's here next season, he would love to have the services of Haris Vucic, who has 1 year remaining on his Newcastle deal. As Clark comes short to get involved, fires it up to Kenny Miller. No infringements as referee Madden. In for Murdoch. Switch of play will find Wallace. Has to backtrack to gather though. And talking one Newcastle loanee in the form of Haris Vucic, Remy Streak, who featured in one match only before damaging a groin against Wraith Rovers in the cup tie lasting less than 30 minutes, is back in full training and could well be in contention, let's say, for a place in the starting side within the next couple of weeks. As Vucic does well to hold off the backtracking McHattie. McHattie sticks to the task. It breaks kindly for Shields, who finds Murdoch. Now Wallace again. In for Nicky Law, has found a pocket of space. Gomez and Murdoch very determined. Murdoch comes off best. Vucic gets it from McGregor. Will look to pop it into the box. Clark looking for any half clearances that might land fortuitously for him. Nicholson composed under some pressure. Shields less so. Concedes the free kick. Well, we mentioned the Rangers side, two changes also from the Hearts perspective since a 2-0 success against Queen of the South at home last week. Nicholson's in for King and McHattie in for Eckersley. They've got Alexander, Patterson, Ozturk, Wilson and McHattie, So, Gomez, Pallardo, Walker, Zifuk and Nicholson. Zaljukas claims it may have taken a deflection as he kicks for touch. And Wilson, 2010 he left Rangers, can you believe that? Again, Rangers forced the error. McGregor tries to find Clark. Good take by Pallardo. In his 7 seasons at Valencia. Well, this time his periscope's all wrong as he tries to feed his strikers. Nicky Clark can't keep it in play. Stuart McCall, always animated, always committed. Chris Boyd in the background there. On the bench today, which means that John Daly isn't stripped. Kevin McHattie looking for options, and they are indeed limited just now. Darren McGregor in with the early challenge. Osman So didn't like it. Referee did. Rangers got on with business. Wallace with the cut back. Rangers get the opener. Kenny Miller. 28 minutes on the clock. Kenny Miller strikes. It's Rangers 1, champions Hearts 0. Well, as we see it again, Hearts complain of an infringement. Rangers play to the whistle. Law for Wallace. The cutback's precision, and the finish is simplicity itself. Rangers break the deadlock. 28 minutes played at Ibrox. Kenny Miller pops the ball home. It's 7 for the season. It's Rangers a goal to the good. That's high fives all round. We mentioned earlier, Rangers have the wind in their sails. and they're one up on champions Hearts. And a former Hibernian man who hits the target just to add insult to injury. Teed up by, of course, a former Heartsman. It's silenced the travelling crowd and given real energy to the home support. Murdoch, determined and crunching into the challenge with Walker. The electronic scoreboard says it all. The half-hour mark approaching. Rangers 1, Hearts 0. Zalewskis determined. Remember, this is the game that was rescheduled from the 16th of January. As the sun is shining over Ibrox, taken for a bit of a meander by Zifuk. He's a unit, isn't he? My goodness. Gennaro Zifuk celebrating his 25th birthday today. Big Hattie with the delivery, cleared by McCulloch. Zifuk gets no change at all out of Darren McGregor. Hearts may just have been stung into upping their ante a wee bit at the moment. The tempo that they brought to the match wasn't nearly as high as Rangers. They find themselves a goal down. A lot to do with the pressure on the ball from Rangers. McHattie just clipped by Haris Vucic, slightly flat-footed. No real malice intent as Hearts try and get going again. McCulloch reads it so well, delivers it in behind. Alexander lets the pace come on and gathers despite the presence of Nicky Walker. Nicky Clark, my apologies. Nicky Walker, another former goalkeeper of these parts. Not a bad shortbread they produced either. Free kick goes in favour of Hearts. Zifuk just impeded there. The ball ends up in the net, but the whistle had long gone. It's McCulloch ensures that Zifuk can't get a jump. And Zalewskis given time to get his clearance in, but spotted by referee Bobby Madden as he reaches for the white line paint canister. The bouncy in the Broomloan. Patterson's over the ball, as is Ali Mozturk. He's got 3 40-yard strikes in his locker for the campaign. The big centre-back who has 4 under-21 caps for Turkey dismisses Callum Patterson. Cammy Bell takes charge of things, lining up the wall as Ozturk gets ready to strike. 12 minutes or so to the turnaround. Rangers 1, Hearts 0. Ozturk fisted away by Cammy Bell. Pressure still on. Oh, and it's just wide of the target. Well, it was young Nicholson first to pounce on the loose ball, given time to take a touch, open up the angle, and the execution of the final effort not far away after Bell fisted away Ozturk's effort. Nicholson first to react. Murdoch backs off. He tries to steer it in at the corner, wide of the target. Cammy Bell will say had it covered. George Salmond is the 4th official today, who's getting it in the ear from Robbie Nielsen. As you would expect, Hearts chasing the game have indeed tried to get their game plan working for them. Given away by Bell. Shooting chance, it's on target, saved by Bell. Atoning for his own errors. And this time it was Walker with a driven effort. Not the clearance Bell was looking for. Pounced upon by Jamie Walker and pushed away by Cammy Bell. Now Walker has 11 goals this season, all of which have come in the league. Denied by Cammy Bell. That's off the corner. Whips in. Again, Bell elects to fist it away rather than gather. Now it's cleared. It's Kenny Miller with the final clearance. Returned by Gomez, headed away Zaljukas. Clark gives chase. Held off by Collardo. Well, there's no gimmies in this one, is there? It's been played like a cup tie. 10 minutes of the first period remaining. Rangers enjoying the single goal advantage. Gomez played with Craig Levine at both Cowdenbeath and Dundee United, of course. Patterson tries to steer it on target. Does, but not with enough power to trouble Cammy Bell. In fact, it's Ozturk coming across to the right back area. Ozturk with a 3-year contract in the summer. Handball against Vukic. Free kick to Hearts. Well, 53 years ago today in Stockholm, certain Richard Goff was born. Rangers skipper in the 9-in-a-year years, of course. But we wish him a happy birthday. It's tempered with some sad news that Richard Goff's dad died yesterday, former Charlton player, and Richard's first to admit his father was his hero. And 53 today, but our thoughts on the football family. Richard losing his father yesterday. Here's Andy Murdoch, wanting movement. Launches it long, too long, and easy take. Neil Alexander. Now Zaljukas has just kept it simple today. 220 appearances in the Maroon of Hearts. Stuart McCall, he just looks so focused. Flicked on by Walker. Zaljukas getting too close to Zifuk. And Zaljukas not happy about it at all. McGregor gives it the Gary Owen. Wallace complains he may have lost it in flight and didn't get a shout. Rangers have the throw-in. Through half-time, we'll hear from interim chairman Paul Murray and his vision for the future of this football club. It's not to be missed. Here's Shields. Oh, a clever ball for Haris Vukic. Tries to go beyond McHattie! Oh, Haris Vukic! The silky Slovenian doubles Rangers lead. What a finish that is! It's Rangers 2, Hearts 0, and it's not even half time. Well, watch this one again. Shields plays it into Vukic, and he has only one intention, and that's open up his body, get a sight of the target, and he whips it beyond Alexander. Haris Vukic, 6th for the season, and Rangers 2 to the good. Remember the name. He's a happy lad, isn't he? Well, 2 goals, 10 minutes apart, have Rangers on target for a huge 3 points this afternoon. There's a suggestion from the Rangers fans that perhaps things are easier than it looks. Not the case, but I do believe it's the Rangers fans retorting to the Hearts fans' suggestion that they won the league at a canter. Six minutes to turn around. And not often enough this season have Rangers gone into a 2-goal advantage. Too often they've conceded while on top. Today we've seen something, well, polar opposites. Miller in 28, Vučkić in 38. Rangers in the box seat. That's 305 goals scored by Rangers against Hearts at Ibrox, and on target for win number 99 in the league, all down to this man. Well, the other 98 potentially aren't, of course, but you know what I mean. Indeed, the sun is out over Ibrox, but what about that for a finish? Wonderful work from the Rangers TV camera team. Have that. And that. Kenny Miller lost that one with his son. Well, Mr. Walker, that might be the only way you get your hands on a Rangers shirt. Free kick Rangers. Jamie Walker dragging Haris Vučkić to the deck. Vučkić is flying. Shields has gone early. Calm down is the message. Long ball. McGregor's in there, McCulloch's in there as well. Good defending. Callum Patterson looks to have settled on his role as a right back after a couple of years as an auxiliary striker and midfield player. Callum Patterson, a one-time Rangers target. Quickly taken corner. Vučkić again works it back to Nicky Law. It's in the mix. Clark underneath it. Knocked back in again by Shields. Miller goes to ground and Wilson gets it away. Oh, real tenacity from Dean Shields as well. Holds off Osman So sticks to the task and Shields is equal to it. Well, Dean Shields, anyone doubting his commitment just has to watch as he goes foraging for the loose ball, shoulder to shoulder with Osman So, and wins the free kick. Murdoch for McCulloch, gives him it back on the angle. Whips it in again, too long. Although Neil Alexander just anxiously glances as Kenny Miller wanted it into feet. Prowling that 18-yard box, Kenny Miller. There's a late challenge there from Bilardo and Lee McCulloch as Rangers got the advantage, and this is where the second goal came from. The referee wave play on. Law lead feeds Wallace. Wallace pops it in the mix, and it was Miller who's on target as Hearts go to the other end. There's a shooting chance here as Walker is shut down again by McGregor. Well, Walker takes his time in possession. There's enough to allow Darren McGregor to come back and block the effort. The ball spins behind. The corner, maybe the decision, or rather not, would appear to be the case. Well, what's going on here? Haris Vučkić isn't happy. In fact, there's a problem here for Lee McCulloch, I suspect. He's leading with the elbow. He's caught Osman So. He's released Zifuk. McCulloch red carded. Half time approaching. 1 minute 30 to the turnaround. Rangers reduced to 10 men. Lee McCulloch leading with the elbow is adjudged to have caught his opponent and referee Bobby Madden dismisses the Rangers skipper. Well, Lee McCulloch will be so disappointed. Rangers reduced to 10 men, almost on the stroke of the interval. We see it here. Patterson climbs, nods the ball on. Lee McCulloch leading with the elbow, catches Osman So is fit to continue, but Rangers reduced to 10 men. This may mean a change in personnel for the second period. Vučkić chases, leans into his opponent, thought he'd got the break of the ball, and the free kick is awarded against the Rangers wide man. So Bobby Madden, controversial decision to red card the Rangers skipper. Hearts will get a lift from that. We're in the 45th minute. Suggestions, of course, that McGregor could tuck in as a centre-back. Rangers may have to lose one of their more offensive players and introduce Bilel MOHSNI, as one additional minute is signalled by fourth official George Salmond. And of course Wallace will also have to be a bit more disciplined. Shields with a crunching challenge, tries to release Walker. My apologies, Clark, who's held off by Ozturk. As Wallace tucking in at centre back at the moment. Rangers may just go to a 3. Here's Patterson, swirls one in. Zalewskis with a clearing header. Gomez can't get it down quick enough. Squeezes it infield now for Pallardo. Up for Nicholson, lays it off to Patterson. We're beyond the 45. Walker again. McGregor tight, back across the face. Wallace defends stoutly. Nicky Clark can't keep the ball in play. As the half-time whistle blows, Bobby Madden cuts a controversial figure. Stuart McCall will head to the home dressing room. Questions has to be asked as to why Lee McCulloch was red carded. Kenny Miller got his going, Harris Vučkić got the second. However, on the stroke of half-time, Bobby Madden chooses to reduce Rangers to 10 men with a red card for the Rangers skipper Lee McCulloch. The teams leave the field. Rangers have a 2-goal advantage, but Hearts have a 1-man advantage. It's been a cup tie-like match so far at Ibrox. It's Rangers 2, Hearts 0. We'll be back with full second half commentary very soon indeed. But before then, let's hear from Paul Murray, the interim chairman here at Ibrox. He's a man with a plan. He has a vision for this football club. And of course, all the new directors have been burning the midnight oil since taking over. Let's hear how this plan is progressing. Here's Paul Murray. They say goalies are daft. Don't believe it is Jimmy Stewart. Gets his message across there about what's happening behind the scenes at Murray Park as he works the squad of goalkeepers all competing for the first team jersey. Cammy Bell's the man that has it just now, and he's got a clean sheet after 45 minutes. Hearts are out early, keen to get on with this second period. Remember, Rangers reduced to 10 men with a red card for skipper Lee McCulloch, with the clock showing 44 minutes. That red card came some 6 minutes after Rangers had got their second goal of the game. Haris Vučkić on target in 38. Prior to that, Kenny Miller had opened the scoring 10 minutes before. Kenny Miller on target, his 7th of the season, and Haris Vučkić throwing in his 6th since his loan kicked off in January from Newcastle United. So the scoreline at Ibrox sits Rangers 2, Hearts 0. Second half commentary pending. Thanks for joining us on Rangers TV. Wonderful features, good work from the Rangers TV team through half time with the Paul Murray game plan, isn't it, from a director's perspective? What has to be done to rebuild this club, and Paul Murray as interim chairman and his team of directors totally committed to delivering that vision. Also wonderful scenes from the marble staircase at Ibrox as Shona Jardine, Sandy's wife, unveiling a wonderful bust in his memory. As we look across just now, one-time Govan stand, suitably renamed the Sandy Jardine stand. 2-0 Rangers. Sandy, of course, made his Rangers debut against Hearts, and it's Hearts come calling today. They may already be crowned league champions, but so far, after 45 minutes, they've been slapped down a bit by the famous Glasgow Rangers. It's Rangers 2, Hearts 0. Full second half commentary coming shortly. And of course, we're back on the commentary beat on Rangers TV on Thursday, 7:45 UK time. Queen of the South away for Rangers. Then Sunday next week, we're back at Ibrox, 3 PM kick-off. It's Raith Rovers who come to the southwest of Glasgow. For the record, on Wednesday, Hibernian are at Dumbarton. And then, of course, next Sunday is the Edinburgh Derby. So, you know, the pendulum could swing in Rangers' favour big time in the next 7 days. And, of course, from the coaching staff, we shouldn't forget Kenny Black was a Hearts stalwart for 5 seasons between 1984 and 89, and Gordon Dury finished his career as a Hearts player in 2001. Some real linkage between the sides. As Rangers take to the field, sporting the captain's armband now is Lee Wallace. As an introduction for Bilel MOHSNI, I suggest it might be the end of the match for Nicky Clark. Indeed, no, Nicky Clark has been given the green light to continue. It's MOHSNI on and Haris Vučkić. Well, sadly, we've lost the services of the big Slovenian just to keep it tight. Looks as if Rangers will operate in a 4-4-1 formation. Vučkić, his flair sacrificed for Bilel MOHSNI, who must just keep it simple. He's a defensive job to do first and foremost. Rangers, with a 2-goal advantage, have just to see this one out. We're ready to get underway for the second period, with the scoreline sits Rangers 2, Hearts 0. So Kenny Miller will be in a slightly withdrawn role. Nicky Clark, the lone striker. Wallace, still prepared to get forward and support the strikers. Takes it from Yander. Oh, he's gone beyond Patterson. He draws the first corner of the second period. Well, what a day for Lee Wallace. Laid on the opener on his 150th Rangers appearance in competitive matches. Now he's got the armband with the red card to regular skipper Lee McCulloch. Nicky Law, I think if you lip read, you can make your own mind up on that one. But Nicky Law will take the set play. Chips it in. Second ball crucial, wouldn't fall for MOHSNI. Headed away Ozturk. Clark gives chase too robustly, says referee Madden as he has a tug at Bilel MOHSNI. So Rangers need to roll their sleeves up and make sure they fight, scrap, keep their shape, keep their discipline, and just get this 3 points over the line to go clear in second place in the championship table. Hearts might just fancy it with the extra man advantage. Not for the first time this season. Shields gets a block on it. It breaks kindly for Pallardo. Popped in again by McHattie. No takers. And gathered by Bilel. Bell out since August, of course. Coming back after that horrific shoulder injury. Looking a real steady Eddie between the sticks. Clark was the target, headed away by Wilson. Shields goes to ground. Referee lets the game continue before deciding it may have been a head knock for Dean Shields. We see it again. It's actually a clash of heads with his own teammate Kenny Miller. It's Polak's Dean Shields. Good to see him back on his feet though, the 30-year-old. Such a talent, technically gifted. And if he just finds the correct application, he's such a big player. Wilson for McHattie. Back in the side for Eckersley. Chips it long. Defended well by McGregor, who looks to have just tucked in to a back three with Nicky Law operating wing back right, Lee Wallace operating wing back left. So McGregor, Zaliukas and MOHSNI. No free kick. MOHSNI gets it back from Zaliukas. Turned long by Miller, looking for Clark. Squeezed away Ozturk. Patterson up for Walker. Backtracking is Miller. Walker tries to go beyond Miller and MOHSNI. It's Miller back in his own 18-yard box. Takes no chances. Good intervention from Kenny Miller. Just pops it out of play for a throw-in. These are some hard yards to cover. Oh, it's given away cheaply by Hearts. Nicky Clark got all to do. Needs a touch of the Charlie Adams here. Does well, keeps possession. Feeds it to Law. Shields goes beyond him and gets it. Law comes across for the return. Shields again gathers. Murdoch is an option. Murdoch gets it now via Nicky Law. Change of direction, Andy Murdoch tries to go beyond McHattie. Back for Nicky Law. Rangers doing well to keep the ball. Dean Shields round the corner. Murdoch chased Law. McHattie just screens it, lets it go behind. Thumbs up from Nicky Law as Rangers, well, prepared to just try and pass it, keep possession despite being a man down. I'll refresh you with the teams very shortly. Thanks for joining us on Rangers TV. Goes for the best post-match and build-up to Thursday's match at Queen of the South. www.rangers.co.uk and rangerstv.tv. McGregor leaning into Walker. Hearts get the call. Well, Walker's been lively first period. Darren McGregor just with a challenge through the shoulder blades of Jamie Walker. Still just 21 years of age. Previously had a loan spell at Wraith Rovers as referee Madden paces out the obligatory 10 yards. McGregor's there. Wallace also defending well. It's Nicky Clark with the clearing header. Kept in play by Gomez. And Dean Shields just tries to cannon it off Gomez. Gomez alert to the plan from Shields. Jumps and Hearts have the throw. Here's Patterson. 8 under-21 caps for Scotland. Gets it back again. Does well to sweep in a delivery. Gathered by Bilel. So Rangers today: Bell, McGregor, Zalukis, McCulloch was red carded after 44 minutes, and Lee Wallace. Shields, Murdoch, Law, Miller, Vucic and Clark. Vucic withdrawn at half-time. MOHSNI his replacement as Rangers shape up for the second period with a 2-goal advantage. Hearts today have Alexander, Patterson, Ozturk, Wilson, McHattie, So, Gomez, Pallardo, Walker, Zifuk and Nicholson. And it's Zifuk who tries to gain an advantage. He's robbed the possession by MOHSNI. Played long by Miller. Nicky Clark has Wilson for company. Invites Wilson to dive in, he chooses not to. Clark takes a good touch, takes it into the corner, pops it into the box, no takers. And easily gathered by Kevin McHattie, former Dunfermline youngster. Cross field to Patterson. The pace of the game just perhaps not quite matched that of the first 45 since the turnaround. Walker has it again. Shields, jockeys, shows him inside. 2 banks of 4 for Rangers, but not in possession. Pallardo. Drag back from Zifuk, well read by Zalukis. No free kicks, says referee Madden. Zifuk tries to bulldoze his way forward, and MOHSNI knocks it out of play. Well, Zifuk is on loan from Groningen, literally trying to barrel his way into the 18-yard box. Stubborn defending from Rangers. McHattie found Gomez, and Walker picks it up. Nicholson. Miller back defending again. Nicholson gets his shot away, but the presence of Kenny Miller did enough to put her off a line and distance. Oh, Sam Nicholson's a talent, mind you. Got his first goal of the season in the Edinburgh Derby. As we see again, the reason Rangers are reduced to 10 men. And it was this man, Bobby Madden, who called it. Red card, McCulloch. And it's Rangers 2, Hearts 0. Gomez has a good touch. Links with Pallardo. Now out for Patterson. Ball pitches awkwardly. Osman So gives chase. Cammy Bell lets the pace of the ball do the job. We see it again. Wallace gets something on it. Ball spins wide. Bell with the goal kick. (2-0) Rangers. The biggest recent win for Rangers against Hearts at Ibrox, 7th of May 2011. 4-0 for Rangers. Jelovic, Lafferty, Davis on target, and a Stevenson on goal. Laid off by Nicholson, picked up by Gomez, closed down by Miller. Now Pallardo in the channel for the movement of McHattie. Darren McGregor just uses his considerable presence to usher the ball behind. Oh, Darren McGregor must be a candidate for player of the season. He's not a right back by trade, but he's given some great shifts there throughout the campaign. Picked up 3 goals along the way, and when he's been asked to operate centrally, he's done it with distinction, particularly for this man. The sun, as I say, shining over Ibrox. You should have bought a bonnet. These programmes come in handy, mind you. Back for Alexander. Now Wilson, the 23-year-old skipper of Hearts. Made 26 appearances in his time at Ibrox. Out for McHattie. It's not quite the swashbuckling performance from Rangers since the turnaround, down to the fact that they're a man down. Now Pallardo. Ozturk, very comfortable in possession. Fires it up to Nicholson. Squeezed in there to Zifuk. Well defended Rangers, cleared by Shields. It's Hearts who are enjoying a lot of the possession now. Gomez. So holds off MOHSNI. Zifuk can't make it stick. Breaks back for Wilson though. The Hearts fans trying to encourage their team to get something back here. Nicky Law, fine defending. He's off and running. Lifts his head. What are the options? Oh, a wonderful take. A wonderful change of pace. It's across the face. Nicky Clark. He perhaps had more time than he thought. Sensational wing play from Nicky Law, who first won it in his own 18-yard box. And look at the delivery here. Nicky Clark would have been better served to take a touch. However, it's still Rangers 2 goals to the good against champions Hearts. Well, Nicky Law said Stuart McCall has been his mentor since they first worked together south of the border, and he does look as if he's got a new lease of life. Due a goal, mind you. Nicky Law 10 for the season. Now here's Patterson. Zalukis climbs, nods it away. First to react is Nicholson. Gets in ahead of MOHSNI. Andy Murdoch so alert. Tracks the movement of the ball. Covers it all the way back to goalkeeper Bell. Osman Sow comes across. Signed from Crystal Palace. His Hearts get ready to make a change. With the hour mark approaching. 2 goals in a 10-minute spell from Kenny Miller and Haris Vucic. Means it's Rangers 2, Hearts 0. Here's Margaro Gomez. 1 cap for his native Senegal, despite being born in Paris, as McHattie skips back in. Great play again, Kenny Miller. Kenny Miller may just have caught McHattie, but the referee quick to acknowledge that 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. And in fact, it's a bit of a lunge for McHattie. It was Kenny Miller saying no necessity for a yellow card, and McHattie, well, might have believed that Kenny Miller didn't push for a yellow card there. Bizarrely, no yellow cards played an hour, but 1 red. Gomez, as you see the temperatures rising this afternoon. It's around 12, 13 degrees in Glasgow. Sun coming through some cloud. And it's end of the match for Margaro Gomez. He had a red card himself in the Scottish Cup tie against Celtic. Billy King, his replacement, and that's quite an offensive move from Robbie Nielsen. On the hour mark, Hearts chasing the game. Here's McHattie again. So whips it back to Sam Nicholson. Oh, again, good play, Nicky Law. Didn't sell himself cheap. Does concede the corner though. But doubling up in the right back area was Dean Shields, and Nicky Law, the Hearts of the corner. Nicholson to take. Joined Hearts at the age of 12, Sam Nicholson. It's congested in there, isn't it? MOHSNI commanding with the clearing header. Not once, but twice, MOHSNI in control. Well, Bilel MOHSNI, 11 goals last season, 18 starts to today, but Robbie Nielsen, he's hurting at the moment. His team chasing the game, 2 goals down. Meanwhile, in the other technical area, the wily pair of old foxes that are Stuart McCall and Kenny Black get their heads together. Is it going to plan? Tentative in the extreme for the Rangers fans. They know this is a crucial spell of the game. Oh, good play, Nicky Clark. Very determined. Looking for a throw-in. Doesn't go his way. Here's Nicholson. He goes for the cutback. And Billy King. Patterson. Cleared by Zaliukas. Pallardo for Patterson. Tracked by Wallace. Last touch. Looked to come off Patterson. Goal kick Rangers. Callum Patterson may not be convinced. Robbie Nielsen far from being convinced. Rangers have had a couple of trialists at Murray Park this week, as we just see this second goal pick it out. I do like that celebration too. Very Easter-like, you have to say, if you pardon the suggestion. And I hope the Easter Bunny was good to you. Let's hope it's equally good to Rangers. 18 minutes of the second period played, 2-0 Rangers. All we're asking is for 3 points. Oyster for Patterson. Here's the substitute King. Does well to dig out the delivery. Darren McGregor takes control. Well, Cammy Bell watched it all the way. Good communication between centre back and goalkeeper, but Hearts get the corner. It'll be Nicholson to take. Deep delivery. McGregor gets something on it. The last touch indeed comes off Darren McGregor, and referee Madden awards yet another corner to Hearts. Not quite backs to the wall for Rangers, but they have some defending to do. Wilson's there, Osman Sow we saw in shot momentarily. Billy King this time with the outswinger. MOHSNI underneath it, might yet fall here, shooting chance. Powered to the top by Ozturk. Other substitutions available to Stuart McCall today, as we just see the replay of Ozturk's driven effort, high and not particularly handsome, over Cammy Bell's crossbar. Rangers can call upon Robbie Crawford, David Templeton, Ian Black, Ryan Hardy, Chris Boyd, and I suspect we might see one of the front players come on for either Miller or Clark. As we see the first goal yet again, Kenny Miller enjoyed that. Wonderful touch from Miller as Wallace does again. A sterling effort going forward. Plays it off Patterson. Rangers get some respite for the moment in the form of a corner kick. Wallace passes on the responsibility to Nicky Law. .25 minutes of the match remaining. 2-0 Rangers. Rangers been full of invention from set plays today. This time they're going to go a bit more direct. Clark climbs. Oh, great technique, wonderful effort from Kenny Miller. Stings the palms of the goalkeeper. Alexander turns it behind. Another corner, Rangers. McHatty's half-cleared header. Miller whips it on target. Alexander does well to push it round the post. Shields comes short, but again will be dismissed. It has created a bit of a gap in there though. MOHSNI's gone long. Another corner. Patterson felt the full force of the MOHSNI attack on the ball. Ouch is the call. Nicky Law comes from left to right to take the set play in front of the old enclosure. Back in again from Miller. MOHSNI stayed long. Wouldn't fall for Nicky Clark. Shields does well. Oh, good take again, Nicky Law. He's enjoying himself, isn't he? Bit of showboating too. Just can't get into the 18-yard box though. Stubborn defending Hearts. As he looked to hit in the counter. Osman Sow squeezes it centrally. And Zalukis, well, he's done so well today. There's a yellow card for Kenny Miller. He had a nibble at Osman Sow after he'd escaped his clutches. First yellow card of the afternoon goes the way of the Rangers frontman. Well, we often talk about character. This is character building in the extreme. Here's King. Back for Patterson, who himself was red carded by this referee in the Edinburgh Derby of October. Now McHatty swirls it in. McGregor again with the clearing header, and Law punches it away. Clark happy to get involved as Pallardo works it back to Alexander. The Spaniard gets it back. Now Danny Wilson takes over. Dean Shields is giving a real shift today in midfield. Nicholson and Law, ensuring there is no deliveries into the danger area that might just give Hearts a lifeline. Here's Miguel Pallardo. The shot was on target from Osman Sow, perhaps just given a bit longer than the Rangers defence would like in possession. Managed to spin, swivel, get his shot away. Cammy Bell makes the save. Rangers may be thinking about a second change. Bell launches it long. Clark gives chase. Forces the error from Wilson. Excellent endeavour from Nicky Clark. Danny Wilson turns it behind. And Rangers get the corner. Oh, you can't ask much more than your strikers giving you every effort there when you're a man down. And Nicky Law being encouraged to get a bit of a jildy on by referee Madden. The centre backs put their heads together. Zalukis and MOHSNI, a clean sheet, the target. Miller also really grafted today, uncharacteristically. Law gives it away to Sow. Sow launches it over the top. Cammy Bell will just let the pace of the ball do the job. Chased by Billy King. Throw in Rangers. I mentioned a couple of trialists, of course, this week. Joseph Sheardal, a former midfielder or winger. The yellow card for Cammy Bell for wasting time. A former Hamburg winger and midfielder has had a spell at Murray Park this week. And 19-year-old Montenegrin defender Milos Milovic also involved. It's the end of the match for Kenny Miller and the first appearance of the season for Robbie Crawford. Kenny Miller's worked his socks off. Picked up a yellow card just moments ago. Got us going with the opener today. Wallace with the pass, Miller with the finish. He enjoyed it. So it's not about 11 men today. It's a squad game. Robbie Crawford on, Kenny Miller off. Still Rangers 2, Hearts 0. The trialists say nothing to be done this season as the signing deadline has passed. Rangers just having a look at what might be available for next campaign. MOHSNI with the clearance. Oster lets it drift out for a throw-in. McHattie. Oh, Robbie Crawford immediately gets involved. Plays one in behind for Clark to chase. A fine challenge from Robbie Crawford, 22-year-old, pulling on the Rangers colours for the first time this season. He did, of course, have a loan spell at Morton. McHattie, who's been allowed to play in a far more advanced position this second period. King, back for Ozturk, charged down by Crawford. Walker wants someone to come a bit closer. Looked like a foul throw to me. Now Danny Wilson. 17 minutes remaining. 2-0 Rangers, both goals coming first period. The Hearts fans, well, they've got a championship party to come, but today they've just been given a gentle reminder that the famous Glasgow Rangers, the most successful football team in the world, are on the way back. James Keating's about to be introduced, former Celtic youngster, joined in the summer from Hamilton Accies, 11 goals for the season. And again, another offensive move from Robbie Nielsen. Withdraws a defender, throws on an attacking midfielder. Keating's on, McHattie off. "21 years ago today, incidentally, Craig Moore made his Rangers debut in a 0-0 at Tannadice. It would appear opportune to mention a big barbecue today at the Perth Rangers Supporters Club. They'll be enjoying this one, I suspect, and having a few tinnies. Pallardo. So Hearts have gone to a back three at the moment as well, as they launch bodies forward. Try and get a goal to give them a bit of encouragement. Here's Walker, he's more than capable. Out to Patterson, corner Hearts. Hello too to the Baku Bears of Azerbaijan. Rangers family, far and wide. Robbie Nielsen himself, a bit of a Rangers man, comes from the Garrahill area of Glasgow, and as a kid spent some time at Murray Park and training with the Rangers youth groups. Ozturk's in there, and I think that comes under the banner of "I've hit a divot." I'll rephrase that. No, I'm not going to say that. He tries to catch the goalkeeper out, and of course when it fails, he has a quick look at the surface. Refreshment for So. Cammy Bell urging the troops forward. Well, it finishes like this. Rangers go 3 points clear. In second place beyond Hibs as Ian Black gets readied. End of the match for Dean Shields. He's given a good shift and the Rangers fans know it. Ian Black comes on. Man of the match when the Hearts beat Hibs in the Scottish Cup final. Nicky Clark's given everything for the cause today, as his namesake Law. Elects not to throw it in the box if nothing on. Gets it back from Murdoch. Murdoch tenacity in the extreme. Just can't keep it in play. 13 minutes remaining. Andy Murdoch. Again, a real mature performance from the 20-year-old. Fine clearing header, Wallace showing his qualities as a centre back as well. Clark makes life awkward for Pallardo, who's been given the playmaker role in front of the defence for Hearts. The Spaniard who has 2 under-21 caps for Spain. Short to his skipper Wilson. Osman Sow holds off the challenge. Murdoch does enough to knock it away. Robbie Nielsen encouraging, cajoling, demanding. Now Billy King. It's a decent ball. King's made the support run and gets a corner. And King will take this himself. His brother Adam made the move from Hearts to Swansea and already getting some top team action. King with a long delivery. MOHSNI a bit of a mix-up with Bell. Hearts fail to capitalise though. Returned by Nicholson, and not for the first time MOHSNI and Bell aren't on the same radar. We're at a very finely balanced stage of the game. Zalukis with a clearing header, returned by Wilson. Oh, good take again from Nicky Law. Invites the challenge, a typical forwards challenge, all about the intelligence, as Bilel MOHSNI explains to Cammy Bell if he doesn't hear the shout, he's got to be, well, involved. He has to make a decision. It is a bit of a cauldron, I have to say. Not quite a full house at Ibrox this afternoon. Sizable crowd, shirt-sleeve crowd, as the sun comes over Ibrox. Rangers 2, Hearts 0. Kenny Miller in the 28th minute, his 7th of the season. 10 minutes later, Haris Vucic doubled Rangers' advantage. Vucic 6 now for the campaign. It's Crawford. Murdoch wanted Law to continue. Law's run was blocked. Free kick Rangers. Surely potentially a yellow card for Sam Nicholson if it's deliberate obstruction. And remember, Rangers have played the full duration of this second period and around 2 minutes of the first without the influence of centre back and skipper Lee McCulloch, red carded 44 minutes into the match. Nicky Law whips it in. MOHSNI gets something on it. Clark gives chase. He's done well to win possession on the swirling effort. Robbie Crawford just over the top. Hearts defence at 6s and 7s because of the presence of Bilel MOHSNI. Wilson dallies. He's had a real tough time of it today from Nicky Clark, and Robbie Crawford should have done better. Patterson MOHSNI defends off the chest. Held up by Wallace. Is the meat in the sandwich in there as Hearts win it in a high line. MOHSNI does well with the block. And here's King. It was Keatings who thought he'd get his shot away before MOHSNI intervened. Now Walker tries to go beyond Crawford. Crawford doesn't dive in. Does so well, Robbie Crawford. I think the Rangers fans have seen the character that I suggested today. Applauding every move, every challenge, every pass. 8 minutes remaining. 2-0 Rangers. Here's Alim Ozturk. Launches it long. Hearts get one back. It's a bit of a tap-in ultimately for the birthday boy Zefuk. Now we've got a game in our hands. The Hearts fans delighted. It was simplicity itself. Rangers don't deal with the aerial ball into the box. McGregor may have got something on it. Palmed away by Bell. Zalukis on his heels. Zefuk with a short range finish. Rangers 2, Hearts 1. Gennaro Zefuk on his 25th birthday. His 10th goal of the season. Well, I use the word character. It's going to take extraordinary character now. His Hearts will want to prove they are champions. Only 4 defeats all season. They're in search of an equaliser, and Rangers defend in numbers. 7 minutes plus stoppages. Patterson launches it in again. Wayward. Again, it's MOHSNI stepping out. Doesn't see the flight of the ball. It's Ian Black who gets it away. Stuart McCall, anxious. Out the technical area was Gordon Durie as well. Hearts have lost only 1 game in the championship this campaign. Rangers looking to make it 2. Crawford short into the path there of Black. Wants it back from Wallace and gets it. Good change of direction. Ian Black fires it into Nicky Clark. There's a sea of maroon jerseys. Might yet fall for Crawford. Clark's taking a late one. Law holds it up. Crawford in support. Oh, he's done well to nip it beyond Pallardo. And it comes back off Wilson, who got goal side. Oh, it's been given away. Pallardo picked off by Crawford. Fancies it! Oh, and the goalkeeper looked flat-footed. It was Patterson who knocks it away. Now King, energised by that goal. Drives it Black. He's gone beyond Black. Black clips him. Black will be yellow carded. Well, under the totting up procedures, that means Ian Black will be suspended for next week against Raith Rovers. And a free kick in a dangerous area for Hearts. Black gets the treatment from the visiting fans. Keatings is over the set play. "23-year-old knocks it in. MOHSNI's under it again. This time his header is true. Ozturk gets the throw. 86 minutes played at Ibrox. It's 2-1 Rangers. Rangers have to want these 3 points. Graft it out, the name of the game. Back into the path of Walker. Patterson with a cutback. Shooting chance, Keatings. Nodded away by Murdoch. Driven effort from Ozturk. Spins in the air. Picked off by Ozturk again. Wilson for Walker. Black has to be cautious. Walker cuts inside. Cannons back off Zalukis. Zifu. Pallardo for Patterson. Launches it long. Great take from Nicholson. Works it back there, and a shooting chance from Ozturk. Pulls the trigger, pulls it wide. 3 minutes plus stoppages at Ibrox. 10 men Rangers just have to see this one out. Rangers, of course, go to Tynecastle on the last day of the regular campaign, Saturday the 2nd of May. Best post-match, Rangers TV, of course, and official club website. Looks like Black's landed awkwardly. He went up early, got clattered for his troubles. Rangers, all 3 substitutes committed. Stuart McCall has played all his cards, and of course cards have been influential in the way this match has opened out. That red card for Lee McCulloch in 44 minutes changed the complexion of the game. Fine play, Clark to Nicky Law. Oh, Crawford's made a great run. Law couldn't secrete it through to him though. Clark takes it into the corner, invites the challenge from Walker. The goal kick is the award. We've played 90 minutes, all but 3. Patterson. Pallardo. Laid off by So. Oh, good defending again. Zalukis stays tight. McGregor works it back to Bell, who's a bit quick to get it back in play. There's Murdoch. Nothing on, so I'll just keep the ball. Tries to drive beyond Wilson. And Wilson, he's had an uncomfortable afternoon. Andy Murdoch can't believe that decision. He's a warrior. Neither can Stuart McCall by all accounts. Well, how the assistant called that wrong isn't just unbelievable, it's unbelievably embarrassing. Let's hope it's not influential. Here's Walker. Black tries to squeeze the game. MOHSNI stretching. Avoids Bell having to make the save. Knocks it long. Returned by Ozturk. Squeezed away by Robbie Crawford. Held up well by Nicky Clark. Holds off Ozturk. Feeds it in. Here's Ian Black. Oh, he gets a late win there, but the referee lets the game continue. On the 90th minute. MOHSNI intercepts. Rangers fans very, very concerned that Madden didn't see that as a free kick when Ian Black was stopped in his tracks. Nicky Clark holds it up. MOHSNI back for Ian Black, back in his feet. Andy Murdoch wants it. Nicky Law's on the shoulder of the last defender. Plays it into space for Law to chase. Nicholson works it back to Alexander. We're beyond the 90 minutes. The home fans want the final whistle. It's now all about added on time for the substitutions. Launched long and early. Darren McGregor not got forward this afternoon since the red card to skipper McCulloch. Thumps it away. Danny Wilson works it back to Neil Alexander, the 2 former Rangers players. Combine. Out now to Ozturk. Remember when Hearts came here early in the season, there was real late drama. Let's hope there is no repetition. Held up by King. Closed down by Wallace. King to the wide area, coming inside. Bilardo headed away by MOHSNI. Clark just tries to cushion it into the path of Black. Now Walker. Here's Billy King. Held up by Zifuk. Patterson, a very advanced area. Jars down Zalukis and cleared Ian Black. 1 minute 20 beyond the 90. MOHSNI gets those ponytail locks on a clearing header again. Chipped long by Wilson. MOHSNI again climbs. Crawford stays goal side. Wallace doesn't dive in. Pushed behind by Walker. Goal kick Rangers. Cammy Bell is out wanting a word with the referee. It counts for nothing. Dogged defending from Rangers. Zalukis has a word with Callum Patterson, former teammate of course. Well, the Hearts fans disappointed. Their second league match of the season that they may well have lost. We're deep in injury time. 2 minutes 30 beyond the 90. Zifuk, the goal scorer, foraging for it. Tracked all the way by the combination of Black and Murdoch. Zifuk goes to ground. Mickey Clark has a nibble at him. Andy Murdoch likewise. Hearts will load the box here as Miguel Bilardo will just deliver and look to perhaps even live on second balls. Ozturk, Zifuk, So, all 6 foot plus. Launched in. Cammy Bell encouraged to come and gather by Darren McGregor. Bowls it out to Nicky Law. Cleared by Law. Looking for the movement and the work of Clark. Bilardo back for Alexander. Launches it straight to the heart of the Rangers defence. McGregor gets something on it. Picked up Osman So. Challenged late by Zalukis. Shooting chance for Walker. Charged down by MOHSNI. And Walker may just have clipped Ian Black as he tries to go beyond him. 4 minutes beyond 90 on the clock. Black back to his feet. Free kick Rangers. Rangers with the wind in their sails. As I said pre-match, we've seen some wonderful football from Stuart McCall's team in the first period. In the second period, they've seen this one over the line. Stuart McCall working his magic yet again. Rangers get the 3 points. MOHSNI introduced in the second period after the red card to Lee McCulloch. There's handshakes all round, but it was Kenny Miller who got the opener, much to the disappointment of the Hearts fans. Kenny Miller, his 7th strike of the season, teed up by the man making his 150th appearance for Rangers today. That was Lee Wallace, who carried the captain's armband after the red card to Lee McCulloch. The opener put Rangers on target for 3 points to go second clear in the championship. A real touch of quality 10 minutes after Kenny Miller got the opener, and it was Haris Vučkić drilling the ball home, his 6th in his spell as a Ranger. Into the second period, not quite backs to the wall, but Rangers showed character in the extreme, despite losing a consolation to Zifuk with 37 minutes of the second period played. Rangers had the desire, and as I say, momentum counts for everything. The blue bandwagon moves on to Palmerston on Thursday. Rangers TV will be there for every kick of the ball. Thanks for joining us this afternoon from Ibrox. Rangers, with the playoffs in sight, go clear in second place. The final score at Ibrox, the famous Glasgow Rangers 2, Hearts 1.